What's up, my friends? Welcome back to another installment of Let's Build a Gang for Game X, Y, and Z. Today we're going to be building a gang for Verrotwood, the Old West. Now, the process for doing this is pretty close to identical. It might even be all the way identical to creating a gang for Verrotwood. But if you haven't played the regular Verrotwood, if you're not interested in that because you don't do fantasy, but you do like the Wild West and Weird West and Weird History types of settings, that's why we're going to talk about it. So we need the book, we need a sheet, we need a number 2 pencil, because only psychopaths fill in roster sheets with ink. And of course, we need some models. Now, if you are someone that watches the channel with any regularity, you're going to become very familiar with a lot of these models over the next few months, as it's kind of the one cowboy team that I put together for a lot of different games. So you'll probably be seeing a lot of these guys. And over time, I'll add in others, but this is where we're starting. Bear in mind, none of these models have names yet. I'm still in the process of figuring that much out. But here's our first one. This is kind of my leader model, my kind of evil white suit villain. We then have the twins, names currently unknown. But I really like these models, especially for Verrotwood, because I think their particular masks, remind me of the sack mask scene from Django, but also I think they're very, very, very creepy. And lastly, we have this daring, debonair desperado. You love that alliteration, don't you? He's going to round out our 4. Now, I have a couple other. I think I have 6 total made, because that's the number that you need for most of the other games is between 4 and 6. But these were the 4 that I've chosen for Verrotwood, the Old West. Now that we've established models for our cult, we need to establish a deity for our cult. Now, I'm going to be a little bit cheeky with this one. I don't think I'm going to take it quite as seriously as I did Verrotwood. So my cult is the Sackridge Boys, servants of the Oogie Boogie. And it's the exact Oogie Boogie type looking monster that you're thinking of. Next, we choose our ritual trait. This will be the trait that we roll dice for when we are determining how many ritual points we start the game with. I'm going to go with dexterity. It's unnaturally nimble that may have no physical form at all. My prey will never see me coming as long as I strike from the shadows. You will start the game with 300 favor. Favor is the currency of your deity. It is how you will purchase things, and it is what you earn as you play through your game or your campaigns. This is what you'll use to buy your initial stat modifications as well as your starting equipment. All 4 of your models will start with a health of 10, and I find that it is wise to number the character blocks, because the chits that you draw from the bag for activation when you play the game are numbered. So it's good to know which number represents each model. During the creation process, you can raise both stats as well as overall health up to a max of 5 for stats, and up to a max of 25 health. That's what I was looking for. Now, this does say RP here, which is ritual points, but again, my version of the book is the very, very first version that dropped. Like, as soon as Mike sent me the email, I printed out the book. So I'm fairly certain that RP is meant to be favor, not ritual points. So we're going to go with that. 50 RP to increase a stat, or 50, and then now I'm going to use it incorrectly. 50 favor to increase a stat, 50 favor to increase max health by 5. As Dex is the preferred stat of my god, and as it is what you need to shoot weapons, I'm going to be spending 200 of my 300 starting favor to increase everybody's dex by 1. I am going to be a little bit squishy, but I should be able to shoot better. The rest of my favor I'm spending on 2 pistols and 2 rifles. And that pretty much cleans me out. Next, we get to choose our 4 rituals, and it's good to try to make these thematic, as you know, as fitting as you can. I went with Trick Shot because it's really cool. It lets you kind of basically shoot off of a building shoot at something without line of sight by bouncing the bullet off of something else, off of a building. Dual wielding, because my leader does have double pistols. I'll just have to buy him the other pistol later. Sandstorm, because it's cool and it's deserty. And then Existential Dread because it fits in with my Oogie Boogie Fear God. Dual wielding is self-explanatory. Sandstorm places a 3-inch diameter circle that blocks line of sight. And then Existential Dread is an int test for both models. And if I have the higher dice, they take 5 damage because of they got the Morbs. And that, my friends, finishes up the quick and easy process of creating a cult/gang for Verrotwood, the Old West. Thanks so much for tuning in, hanging out while we assembled a gang. I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day.